Greetings, welcome again. Today we're going to be talking about why narcissists challenge you. And a lot of you that have dealt with narcissists may have found that when you deal with these individuals and when you're around them, there seems to be like a competitive undertone taking place. Always seems like there's something going on beneath that you're unaware of that is constantly pushing them to challenge you in some sort of way. And I want to start off by saying that one of the main components that drives a narcissist is the pathological envy and jealousy. Right? It overwhelms them because they have no filter or control over their emotions. They end up turning on every and anything around them, which causes them to despise, to hate, to resent, anything that they feel may be better than them. And when most of you, when you've encountered these narcissists, and you'll look back and you'll see, by being a dynamic person, by being a person who displayed qualities of uniqueness and maybe poise and anything that they may feel that they're lacking in, they soon become to, at a certain point, they come to resent and hate you for it. It's natural in them. That envy within them eats them to the core. And anyone with an inferiority complex by default is going to be a bitter, envious type of person towards others who they feel especially are more superior than them or better than them at things which they may not be that good at. And instead of using that envy and sense of low self-worth to channel in something productive or challenging themselves to doing something fulfilling or better in life, they instead gripe, complain, and take out these very hostile emotions on other people. And they make it a profession to picking out the flaws and things that they don't like in other people, right? Who are doing more or maybe better off than them. They do this to make themselves, to take that, it's a certain type of emotion that eats at their core when they see someone doing something that's better than them, right? And they intentionally go out to look for and seek people who they can pick on in that way. Right? And I'm gonna get into why a lot of times when the narcissist meets you, it's not just to use you for supply. Sometimes that becomes as a byproduct of what their ulterior motive, their hidden motive is, at least. But these individuals deliberately set out to undermine people or disrupt the progress of people that they feel are better than them, basically, or has something that they don't. And by default, it is almost a given for them to feel the need to use people or to take advantage of those who they feel are greater than them. You see, the mind of the narcissist, in other words, feels like those who have made it to a certain point and have accomplished and have achieved certain things, they don't respect it. They don't respect that. They don't look at that as something that was honorably gained. And by not respecting someone who has put in the work and who has done their due diligence to be a good person, the narcissist sees is they can do whatever, because when they look at someone in a position of power, oh, they can take it. It's no big deal if I do this to them. So, for example, let's say they go into a store and let's say they decide to steal and they take something, right? To them, they're looking at, well, this big store has all these products. It's not going to hurt them. They got what they need. They won't miss that. Without realizing, though, that that store, whoever's owning the store, still pays for all those products. And it's still something of value to them. They don't look at it that way. They see, well, it's a big store. They got what they want. They can always replace that. That's nothing to them. And even though that can maybe true, the whole point of this example is that it's the mindset of the individual that makes for a continuum in other areas to disrupt anyone who they feel justified in using, because they may feel that, oh, that's nothing to them. They can overcome. And they're drawn to challenge anything that they feel is greater than them, greater than what they are. Now, a major factor is the narcissist lacks, a trail of success, and most of them are lazy, and have and really they have it's the inability to exercise discipline for long periods of time. They don't have that within them. So overall, when you look at the narcissist in a nutshell, a lot of these things about them come from the self-loathing, self-pity aspect, where they despise others who are more capable, right? And because they refuse to grow up, basically, they stay in this mode of constantly wanting to challenge whatever is around them that they feel is doing better than them. And you have to understand that this type of person will automatically become your competition. This person will automatically be a competitor towards you. And that's not a good thing, because, anyone that's like that is in opposition to you. And this is why a lot of you, when you're around them, you actually have someone who is in opposition, who is against you, ultimately. And they have a Schadenfreude type of disposition or mentality. And the Schadenfreude is that's a German word for it pleases them to see someone else's pain. Basically, that's what that means. That's the type of individual they are, where it pleases them to see someone who is happy, doing well, accomplishing things. It pleases them when they hear bad news about them, when they see bad things that go wrong with anything really that they feel is greater than them, that triggers them in some sort of way. And a lot of times when people think that Uh, narcissists pursue supply just for to use them. That's in most cases, that's a lot of times that's the part of the whole like underlining components that goes with their pursuit of supply. But a lot of it has to do with them wanting to just bring a person down. They'll go after people who are happy, doing good, just to bring them down. Want no parts of them, but will pretend to be uh, something of value to the person, will pretend to be this good person to them, just to get in close and only to dismantle and bring that person down. It's that envy that continuously drives them to seek and destroy what they believe is better than them. They can't stand to see other people's happiness. They can't stand to see people thriving and doing better than them. And this is what makes for a very sick, twisted type of individual, a very dangerous individual. Especially the individual who's unaware of themselves and what they cause around them, the carnage that they cause around them. Very dangerous. As people come in as a newborn child, people generally aren't bad people. But what happens is, through the course of life, people develop bad habits. People develop toxic attitudes and faulty belief systems. And this ultimately produces some of the people that we call narcissists. Any narcissist that you would, or if you find yourself around anyone who is supposed to be on your team and supposed to have an understanding what teamwork is and what building it, as a unit is, shouldn't be challenging you. Shouldn't be trying to outdo you. They shouldn't be trying to outshine you because you're on the same team. If you see this is someone who you should immediately discard and move on from. They'll cause you much grief and sorrow in the future if you continue to stay in that position with them. Don't take this lightly. A person who is in strong opposition towards you is an adversary. Anyway, that's all I have to say for this video. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I want to, again, shout out to all my supporters. Make sure you go get my Departure of Empathy 2 documentary, which is available now. You can click the link in the description box. It'll take you right there where you can get your copy. And until next time, everyone enjoy yourselves, love yourselves, keep pushing and thriving, and have a good one.